What is up, dudes? NYKia31 here. So, how you doing on defense? Be honest. No fantasy land tales here. How many hours have you put in? How much frustration have you felt? How many things have you tried? And what results have you gotten? If you're anything like me, you've gotten precious little in the way of anything resembling consistency. Regardless of your personnel, your user skill, what it is you're trying to do, the scheme you're trying to put together, it's just been a complete mess. It's been a total nightmare. I went deep, deep into the dungeon this weekend. I went full blown degenerate. I haven't even stopped to take a shower. I haven't taken a shower probably in about 30 hours. Probably slept maybe 3 or 4 hours. Just going on a full blown session. And that play pretty much encapsulates what I've experienced. If you don't get heat like right away, someone is wide open. If you rush four, maybe they get in, maybe they don't, and someone's wide open. If you send two and drop guys into hooks and the spies, someone gets wide open. You play man coverage, the deep post gets inside release, the quick slant gets inside release unless you shade over them, which at least gives you the chance to press them. But if they just beat the press, if they're not good enough to hold the receivers for long enough, they're going to get position. I'm inside, obviously. Run D, you have juke moves impacting your user control defender. Really, your only saving grace is if you can somehow force someone to throw into your coverage. There's a decent chance if they react to the ball getting picked off. There are times when I can get my four-man rush going, but that requires a lot of combo coveraging between hook and hot route man adjustments in order to prevent people from just getting turned loose all over the field. Contains can be broken really easily. So really, it's just a free-for-all out there. Guys are going empty with impunity. Guys are calling four verts with impunity. Seams are turning guys loose like this. I mean, it's a nightmare. It's a complete disaster. Vertical hooks are not gaining depth. Seam flats are turning seamers loose vertically. And your deep middle of the field safety and your too deep cover four safeties, they aren't breaking on posts on post routes. So it's just a giant mess. There I guessed wrong. Thought it was going to break in. He brought it out. Otherwise, it would have been okay. But what can you do? That's going to happen sometimes. Screen, I'm going to break on that, and that's what games have to come down to: making that user play or somehow finding a way to spring a trap to get a sack fumble when you send, 5 or 6. Or get a fumble on a kick return. Basically, user INTs, get a hit stick somewhere, or that one or two times, if you can get someone to throw into your coverage, them coming down with the INT. Otherwise, I don't see how anyone's getting stops consistently. Even the competitive guys, who you all know and love, are giving up yards all over the place. So, I'm up 17-7, but with 51 seconds left in the half, I don't feel safe at all. I cover one guy until he goes into where there's coverage to help, and I have to book right around to cover somebody else because there's no one there. You would think that a deep safety rotation would cut off a deep post, such as cloud coverage, but it doesn't. Again, there's two wide open receivers open right off the bat down the seam because no one's being recognized, no one's being obstructed, no one's being leveraged, no one's being rerouted. So there you go, 17-10 game. Again, when in doubt, if you see any space at all, just throw the ball. Just throw it. Do the occasional pass lead away from a defender, and you should be good. And here's me falling asleep and allowing, the ball to be punted to John Ross, and I deserve that to happen. But whatever, 17-7, I'll get the ball back. I'll just march down the field and score again. I'm in the Jetsies playbook. Everybody clearing out. Lots of space over the middle. I mean, you have to account for the seams. So, there's no one underneath, and no one's going to be closing underneath when you catch it. So you have an excellent chance to get, a lot of yards at the catch. Had all day to throw there. Just set your line at aggressive, and there's no chances of being called for a penalty, so there's no downside. Deep post. Deep safety does not break on it at all. It's just an out-and-out circus. There he telegraphed his corner blitz, so that was easy pickings. Post route again. Probably should have just let that down. I would have been fine. But, again, the only thing that saved that from being broken up was a pass lead plus a high pass. So had to settle for the field goal here. 2017. I get an edge blitzer in. That was big. 2nd and 21. And again, I click on my defender to tackle. He gets juked out. And he gets it all back and then some. A little bit outgunned in this game. His players are, across the board faster than mine. My team is just barely above 80 overall. And, I've got a lot of slow pokes out there, especially at the outside linebacker spots. Reggie White jumps a snap. Yeah, that's what you got to have. And that freaked him out and forced him right into the spine. Johnny Abraham. That's not the full legend Johnny Abraham, obviously. This is like an 80-something overall. I want to say 85 overall Abraham. Gotta have Johnny Abraham representing the Jets. Yes, he finished his career as a Falcon, but he's always going to be a Jet. Champ Bailey. There we make the right adjustment. We get Champ Bailey. I knew the play action post was coming. I adjusted Champ Bailey to cover the slant route, and I covered the deep middle out of Tampa 2. Again, another deep post. Wide the hell open. Just, possession, catch it, and away you go. He had his defense horribly aligned. I knew he was probably going to be in cover 3 or cover 4. Easy picking. So, yeah, 86% completion percentage, and I barely win. I mean, it's just a mess. So, yeah, this needs to be addressed. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you all later. Peace.